to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we live in different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
Found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Excited about today's episode today, man. Listen, y'all, we got a lot of WNBA talk for y'all today, and we're gonna do something a little different. It's gonna be more like I feel like it's gonna be like a conversation type show. You know what I mean? Like not as super organized as before. We're gonna be having a little conversation about another show. I think it's the first time we actually done something like this. Right? Had a segment about another show. And we got to give our NBA Finals prediction, y'all. I mean, I can't wait to see this because TK Sweets on the line. Shout out to TK Sweets. But I got two of my bros with me. I got Davey Dollars here. He's back, fresh off the doghouse. And we got Missing Your Done Son here, fresh off in the red corner yesterday. How y'all doing, fellas?
Man, I'm doing good. I like the positive spin that you put on being fresh from the doghouse because most people, they be like fresh from the doghouse. What Dave do?
Yeah, fresh from the doghouse. Soon to be.
Man, but I'm doing good, man. In the red corner. Shout out to Ty, man. Ty's back. So, I almost said big three. I can't do it just yet. I can't do it just yet. It's still the original big three. That's all I'm going to say.
As for me, what's up, y'all? Look, this is like the first time I'm doing the show on Monday in a good little while. I'm excited. I'm excited about today's show, and I'm excited about the very first topic because this is something that I've been talking about since we started R2L with the partnership, us having to talk about more about women's sports, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And then the second one, I mean, the NBA Finals is about to start on Thursday. We got to give our predictions out. We got some cookies on the line, so we got to make sure we get out the way. TK Sweets cookies for anyone watching, because I know people got some wild minds. So I just had to point that out. But
my cookies in the other room. Go ahead, Dave. My bad. Go ahead.
I like my cookies baked. No bonus cookies over here. Since we gotta see what we doing today.
I didn't think that was gonna happen. I think that was gonna happen. But either way, it is Motivational Monday, money making Mondays. So let's turn up. Turn me up. Jody did that. You wild though. You wild.
This man Tomo. Hey Dave, you said our chemistry up there with Inside NBA. Ain't that what you said, right?
I think it's better, honestly.
Hey, there it is. Yeah, ain't nobody throwing punches on the set. But anyways, listen, y'all. We got a good show for y'all today. But before we get into this good show, grab your milk and cookies because I want y'all to like this video on two different platforms because Facebook tripping lately on YouTube and X. So make sure you like the video on both platforms. If you haven't done it yet, which I'm assuming you already did, subscribe and follow on all the platforms we are on. Listen, y'all, we on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, we all over the place. So make sure you subscribe and follow on all 4 or 5 platforms, his name, and share the video with somebody that you know that loves sports so they can watch live with you because y'all, I know y'all not physically on the show like we are. We kind of not either, but you get what I'm saying, right? You can actually be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments that we'll be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to Tay for being the first comment. Let's go. We here. I thought I saw Big O for a second, but this is Tay. You know, Tay, big WNBA fan. He's probably the as far as the WNBA chat we have, he's probably the deepest. He got the deepest bag when it comes to talking about WNBA, probably. Shout out to Tay. All right. And just Tay, don't leave my man alone. But yeah, dog. But yeah, if you feeling good, you go on the bottom right side. If y'all know what I'm talking about, go look at Tay's story on Instagram. You go on the bottom right of the comment section and you see a dollar sign. You click on the dollar sign, you pick your dollar amount. And once you do that, type in your message and then hit the send button. Because if you type your message, then the dollar sign, it's going to erase it. I'm letting you know right now. With the money first, and then you got to type your message. And then when you do that, it turns into a super chat. All right? And no matter what's going on, Tom will be crying about Justin Jefferson getting paid, CeeDee Lamb get paid yet. They like, oh my gosh, what Brock Purdy don't get enough love like everybody else. Oh my gosh, Brandon Ayuk never got hurt. They never got paid yet. I mean, no matter what's going on, we're gonna pause the scene. He telling me no, and hit you with hold up. And we're gonna throw your comment on the screen because guess what, y'all? We appreciate not only gonna throw on the screen, we're gonna read it out loud. And we're going to give you the platform because we appreciate all the donations and the gifts.
Donations. Yes. And Joe, man, I don't know what Joe talking about. I ain't crying about nobody getting no money. I like everybody to get paid. I'm trying to get paid because I like
gifts.
Okay.
Gifts. And more gifts.
More gifts. I heard that intense. More gifts. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
I mean, we about to have a conversation because I see what's going on today. And Joe just like, I think, Dave, you threw the alley-oop, man, and Joe dunked it. And I was over there like, oh, this the game we having? All right, let's go. I feel like Draymond, man. You know, when Steph and them going off, I'm like, hey, well, I guess I just got to get the rebounds today. Bag back.
Or Draymond or Drayana.
I mean, some people may be calling her Drayana the way she was treating Caitlyn the other day. I'm just saying, this WNBA has always been a physical game if you've been watching it. But some people are starting to they're not taking too kind to the physicality that some of these rookies are receiving. One of them got knocked down a few times, got back up and said, I like it. The other one got knocked down and now one's leading. First take. Interesting, right? Joe, you hit us up and you were like, hey, man, we got to talk about this. We were the one show on YouTube, I would say, the first network to me that I've seen talk about the WNBA in details. We also had a WNBA superstar actually come on the platform. So I'm just saying.
That is.
I'm first just saying.
First big guest on the pro level.
Yeah. So look, gave us her insight of how it was to be a rookie and now how it is just to be in the WNBA life, which is kind of, I wish we could have got her back on for this topic, not just this topic, but just to talk about the NBA, the WNBA and where it's going right now, because she kind of alluded to that this is where the game was going and how being in the bubble actually helped propel her career a little bit because everybody's around. I think Caitlyn and Angel Reese would have been good with the bubble too because now everybody's there. I don't know if Caitlyn, they probably would have gave her some bad cookies. But all eyes is on the WNBA. It's been going crazy on ESPN. So after Saturday, the Indiana Fever got their first home game win of the year. And they couldn't even celebrate it because now the only thing being talked about is this foul that's now been ruled a flagrant one. So fellas, first take had Monica on there. Shout out to Monica Midnut.
From the DMV.
There you go.
I'm PG to be exact. My bad.
Yeah, you're right. We know her cousin. They went to Central.
Shout out to Kevin.
There you go. But yes, this debate, I think their debate sparked a lot of controversy and just a conversation that we need to have. So look, let's react to it. The floor is yours, Joe.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, you want Dave? Oh, you want Dave to start this one off?
I had a feeling this was gonna happen, so I was prepared.
Let's get it.
Oh, first you want to do about the questions? You want to do did y'all get the question?
Yeah,
I think you sent it.
Do you think? Oh, you want to do it like that?
Yeah. To break it up, so we're not going all over the place. Basically.
All right, cool. So first question is: do you think people will continue to watch if they keep doing the cheap shots? You know, cheap shot after cheap shot.
All right, so I'm in agreement on what Monica McNutt was talking about, was alluding to today. It's not that she is the only one getting cheap shotted. That was a cheap shot, yes, and that is not something that the WNBA is doing altogether. If you watch the games, they've played 11 games so far in the WNBA, and this is the only time I've seen that she got cheap shotted, and it's been 11 games in, and she had a phenomenal May from what she did in her rookie season. But how come no one talked about the incident that happened with Angel Reese when she got hit by Alyssa Thomas?
Come on now.
And Alyssa Thomas got ejected during the game. So why wasn't that a topic on First Take or Undisputed? That's what I want to know. This is not something that's going just because it's Caitlin Clark. This is the WNBA. It happens. It happened to Candace Parker. It happened to Maya Moore. It happened to Diana Taurasi. It's the WNBA. It's going to happen when you get into the league. It's a physical league. I think a lot of people don't look at it that way because it's women playing basketball. But I grew up watching men and women play basketball. My sisters play basketball. My cousins play basketball. I play basketball, and everyone got physical. Didn't matter who you were. Didn't matter what your race, your gender didn't matter. It was a physical game, plain and simple. So I don't think that cheap shots are going to continue to happen. And if you look at the young lady that fouled her, that's just her MO. That's just what that's kind of sort of what she is. She's done that in the WNBA for a while. It's not like she just happened to do it because it's Caitlin Clark. And like Monica said, in a couple of plays before, she got elbowed, so she was pretty much retaliating. Now it was a dirty play, yes, because she just bumped her and flat her down. But it's not. I don't think it would have caused. Maybe it would have caused some kind of injury, but it wasn't that. It wasn't like she got pulled down from a layup and got slammed on the floor. It wasn't something like that. It was a hard foul, and those who watch basketball have known that hard fouls have been happening since basketball started. Look at what happened when Jordan was in the league. They had the Jordan rules for a reason because every time he tried to go up and dunk or layup, he got slammed to the floor. We saw that happen. We know that the NBA isn't as aggressive as now as it was then because rules have changed. A lot of stuff has changed since then. But in the WNBA, it's still if you look at it now, the WNBA is still at its beginning stages. It's beginning now to get more famous. And some of the deals that they've gotten was starting to happen about 4 or 5 years ago. It's just that now that we have all of these stars coming in, people forget that Sabrina was one of the first ones. From who was drafted last year. She was also a star. We can't forget what she did. Remember, she was just in the 3-point contest with Stephen Curry. Caitlin Clark wasn't in that contest. It was Sabrina because we know what Sabrina can do in the league. Candace Parker has been known to be really great. I mean, Diana Taurasi is great. There's so many great WNBA players that's been in the league. It's just that now that the game has changed and the attention has changed because of what happened in college with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and Cameron Brink, that it's now bringing the WNBA more attention. So I don't think that the cheap shots are going to continue. And I think some people may not want to tune in, but that's because those are the people that weren't looking at the WNBA in the first place. They don't understand the game, and they just think that just because it's women, they shouldn't be physical. It's basketball. Don't treat it different just because they're women. They don't treat it different, so you don't treat it different either.
I agree with you on that one, Dave. And like I said, what really got me into watching the WNBA more effectively was I think it was the one All-Star game, and I was watching them go at it. They weren't even shooting threes; they were going off layups, and they was getting physical. I was like, "Oh, that's a foul in the NBA." Oh, that's a foul. I watched about 4 plays and I said, "Oh, that was a foul." I said, "Oh, I'm locked in now." They get way more physical then because every time Steph would go up, somebody look at him, up foul. I'm like, he didn't touch him. I'm like, man, what the NBA or the basketball I know about, man? Imagine you playing. I was about to go. Never mind. Look, when I was a kid, we had a basketball court in the alley. It was somebody else's. They had it over top of their garage. When you used to go for a layup, you get pushed right into that garage. I think I got CTE from it. I don't know. But look, that's just how physical games were back then. 33, 25, 21, wherever you at, you already know how it is. That's 1 versus 20. 1 versus. So for the new kids, that 1v, that's a whole nother thing. But do I think people will stop watching? No. Because like I said, the physicality is there. This actually got more eyes on it. I think some people are more so upset about the sports pundits who are making it seem like, oh, that was a dirty play. This was that. They're more so mad at them because it's like, well, this is what you all want in the NBA, right? The ladies is just showing y'all that, hey, we hoopers too. And this is how we get down. If you gonna talk trash after the rebound and you want to elbow me, I got you. When you about to inbound the ball, watch your back. Or as Martin would say, guard your grill. It is what it is. Caitlin tried to get her back. Caitlin talked trash all the time. And then people got mad because Angel Reese got up and was like, yeah, I'm Angel Reese. I'm also upset because, again, what you said, Dave, when she went up for that layup and we seen her bring her down with the WWE flop, she just looked and said, sat there, said, I'll be all right. So look, physicality is physicality, and it is what it. I like that comment too.
I do too. I think that's absolutely true.
I feel like the women's league is seen to be wimpy versus the men's league. I think that's what a lot of people's true heart is coming out. I mean, Joe, how you feel?
All right. So I like what y'all said though. I'm going to talk about what y'all said. I'm going to kind of piggyback off y'all. Now, I understand why Angel Reese situation didn't get the attention Caitlin Clark did, because although Angel Reese is part of the movement, the big portion of the movement is Caitlin Clark, because her game is exciting. She brought the most eyes to the women's basketball. You know what I mean? So she's like Wemby, and Angel Reese is like Chet. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Chet is unique. Chet got talked about too, but Wemby got talked about so much more. You know, so that's how I look at it. So I get why Caitlin has multiple incidents where there were like people like in her face. She got in somebody's face. There have been multiple situations like that. So I think that's why it's getting blown up, not Angel Reese situation. But like you said, Dave, Kennedy Carter, bro, this is who she is, dog. Like, now look, I don't want to sit up here and act like I watch the WNBA year in and year out, because I don't. All right, I'm gonna keep it 100 with everybody listen. I don't watch it intensively like I do the NBA and NFL. I don't do that, right? But I do watch some, and then when we're about to talk about a topic, I do my research. All right, I make sure I don't come in here and just guessing. Kennedy Carter, bro, like her history has been issues. First of all, Kennedy Carter, I don't want to bash her, so I'm not gonna go into no detail of her history. But she has a history of like, you know, kind of like she's talented, but she also gonna bring like, you know, some antics with her. You know what I mean? Like she got into a couple of teammates, you know, all that stuff, right? So that's
Draymond.
Like Draymond, basically, right? But she ain't known as being a dirty player like Draymond be labeled as, kind of. Draymond not known to be a dirty player though, but I guess this year was wild. But you get what I'm saying though.
That playoff game, some Kings fans would disagree too, Joe. But
yeah, the 2016 run, Steven Adams kick, LeBron kick, and the 8-time stomp. You're right, but
all do the same thing. But go ahead.
You right, choking out Rudy Gobert. I mean, sorry, keep going.
You gotta protect your cookies when you're around Draymond.
Hey, you're right. Because look, so she got a reputation. So the fact that she did it and everybody's blowing it up shows you that people don't really watch, right? It just proves that point. Number one. Now, Sabrina. Now I know that you said last year Sabrina got drafted in 2020. She got drafted the same draft as Kennedy Carter. Like she was first overall. Kennedy Carter was fourth. Shout out to Kyla. She was 23rd. Went to Connecticut. But and at the time she ain't like that. She like, I should have been number one. That was her. She put down. It was in the paper. She was like, yo, I should be number one. She had beef for Sabrina, but she had like, oh, when I see Sabrina, it's gonna be tough. But everybody's blowing it up. This is not like what happened to Caitlin Clark, bro. It was something you see all the time. Did we not see everybody forgot when LeBron came to the league? The whole Cleveland Cavaliers got a whole compilation video of them killing LeBron.
Facts. It was going in on him.
Man.
Like, come on, y'all, this happens. Like when Steph, I know shout out to Tate mentions in the WNBA chat, Steph Curry. How many times people try to be physical with Steph Curry when he was young in the league? Because he was he was young when he actually was like people looked at him like, oh, like he was an MVP. People try to get physical with him, but he had Draymond on the squad, so it was a little different. But it happens all the time when people come into the league and it's like, welcome to the NBA, or welcome to the NFL, welcome to no matter what, welcome to the NHL. This happens in all sports. So they blowing this up. Like I hear people say, let her cook. She's the cat. Ooh, let her cook. Are you serious, bro? No, when she on the court, we gonna play. Talking about. So, but yeah, man, I have no issue with Kennedy did. Obviously, it's a dirty play. But when I say I don't have an issue, I'm not overboard like everybody else is. Like I'm not like look, Jay wanted to comment. Lonzo Ball, what Pat Bev do to Lonzo? Remember his dad kept talking?
Strap that man up.
His dad kept talking, bro, and he had a target on his back.
Chris Paul.
But nobody felt bad with Lonzo. Did anybody feel bad with Lonzo? Or did everybody was like, bro, LeVar, shut up, bro? Ain't nobody say, oh, they too hard on Lonzo. Ain't nobody do that. At the end of the day, it's not men doing this to Caitlin Clark. It's other women. It's part of the league. Every level is more physical. What Caitlin Clark say? Hey, it's going to happen. I just got to get stronger, and I got to not let it get in my head. Kudos to her. She's not complaining, so why are we complaining? Just like Caitlin Clark wasn't complaining about Angel Reese doing this, why are we even talking about it? You know? So it is what it is. I think to answer the question, no, they not gonna stop watching. Hey, like Tomo said, first, like Martin McNutt said, it was the first topic on First Take, the first one, and that was the longest segment I've ever watched on First Take in a long time.
That was a 40-minute segment. 40 minutes.
When last time? I mean, when people win a championship, you don't get that long segment. Come on now. So listen, if this what it takes to get the eyes on there, hey, let them use all the negativity to get the eyes, but make sure you balling while you doing it.
What's the Dr. Bell? If that's what it is. To continue to watch the show. We'll talk about that after we finish this segment.
Oh yeah, it's the next topic. Yeah. Oh man, we got the schedule. What's going on, bro?
Hey, I was almost here. We got a new insider. Hey, shout out to you, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button.
So the time we can do all the announcements after the WNBA topic.
All right, cool. So
like all
I'm glad you brought up the Lonzo situation because, of course, the question now, honest. Oh my goodness,
what is happening?
With my teammates.
Okay, now you good. Go ahead and keep talking.
I froze. I'll be back.
Kickers all right, cool. I got you.
I said, with my teammates.
Okay. I see you did it. All right, look. Speaking of teammates, speaking of teammates, the question is this day. We it's for the audience, obviously. Matt Barnes came out and he had a good point. You know, the Caitlin Clark going through, going like people is challenging her basically, right? In her face, all that stuff. And he like, man, where her teammates at? And that's why y'all sorry. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. That's why y'all sorry now. That's why y'all haven't been good lately. So, Dave, do you think like what everybody's saying about Caitlin Clark's teammates, or it should happen? And what Monica McNutt said, she said maybe that's not who they are. We can't expect, right? So, how do you feel about that whole situation? Her teammates not stepping in and having her back.
I do believe that someone should have stepped up in that very moment. But again, they're blowing this out of proportion. They make it sound like this is happening all the time. It's not happening all the time. That's one singular moment that's now being blown up and it's being talked about everywhere because of who it happened to. That's just be frank about it. If this happened to Kennedy Carter, will we be talking about this for real? I don't think so. I don't think this would even been a topic. I don't think Stephen A or anyone would have even thought about to talk about this on First Take. It's because of who it happened to. It's because it was Caitlin Clark. If it happened to Aaliyah Boston, would they be talking about it? That's her teammate. I don't think so. I don't think it would have happened to her. Maybe if Cameron Brink, maybe, possibly, because of where she plays. She plays for the LA Sparks. And maybe it depends. But I don't think it's being blown out of proportion because of who it happened to. Now, I do believe in that. Like I said, in that moment, I do believe her teammates should have been like, "Hey, hold on, what's going on? What's up? Why are you doing this?" But like Monica McNutt said, maybe that's just not what that's not who they are. That's not who they are. And I like how Shannon tried to bring up a situation that happened with LSU and South Carolina when Haley Van Lith went up to Camila Cardoso after the hard foul that happened to Flau'jae Johnson. And it's like, well, first of all, you remember where she played at before, right? So she played at Louisville. And then she went to LSU. Like, it's those environments are kind of sort of the same. That is going to happen. Some of these girls are just not necessarily like that. You know, some people don't like confrontation. That's just what it is. You can't expect that to happen for everybody else. And like, and I like how Unc Shay tried to say in the end, you know, I can't expect everybody to be like me. Yeah, you're right. You can't expect everyone to be like you. That's not what the sport is. Not everybody is the same way. Everybody has their own personality. Everyone has their own kind of game. Everyone acts differently and does things differently. Not everybody does it the same way. Would you have liked to see more of the teammates defend her better on the court in that situation? Yes, of course. I think everyone would have wished that would have happened, but maybe that's just not who they are. And plus, maybe they didn't expect it. It's sometimes when things unexpected happen, you don't know how to react in those moments. It's happened to me a few times where something physical has happened. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Like, how did this happen? Now, there are adjustments that made, and you know, Joe, you know me playing basketball, I can get physical too. I may be a small guard, but don't matter. I'm gonna play physical because at the end of the day, that's just how the game goes. So maybe you may see more of this happen to where their defender if this happens, but don't try to make it seem like this is happening all the time. This is a one-time thing that happened, and they didn't defend her in that moment. Maybe they should have, but like Monica said, maybe that's just not who they are.
Yeah, with me, I agree. Like, obviously, like this comment, he throwing dimes. You know, your teammate's supposed to be your family. All right. So obviously, at that moment, you want somebody to step in, and kind of you mentioned, correct me if I'm wrong. You said if it was Aaliyah, it wouldn't have been a big like Aaliyah getting hip check and nobody helped her. It wouldn't be a big deal. Is that what you said, or Dave?
Yeah. You good? I was looking at the comment. Go ahead.
No. I'm asking. Like, is that what you said? Did you say like if Aaliyah got hip checked and then nobody did nothing, it wouldn't have been like a big deal? Is that what you said? Or all right. Yeah. So it all goes back to who Caitlin Clark is. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, like Steph, like if Klay Thompson would have got hip check and nobody done nothing. I mean, I guess we probably would have said something, but Steph Curry, then it's like, bro, we got that, you know, because that's the cash cow, right? Which is Caitlin Clark. But like, bro, why are we blaming the teammates? You blame them, and then guess what? Like Monica McNutt said, that's not who they are. What is GM doing? You know you got Caitlin Clark coming into the league. You know some women is not gonna treat her like you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be physical. So you gotta get a daggone enforcer in the team. That's on the GM. I mean, people are gonna come to the WNBA and just change up who they are. They are who they are. You know, so I kind of like agree with you. Like they should have done something, but that's not who they are. We can't expect them to do something. Then we gotta go get somebody else. We gotta go get somebody that's gonna be that enforcer on that team. What did the Indiana Pacers do? The Fever. Y'all in the same state. What did they do? Tyrese Halliburton. Giannis. Who my ball at? Hey, James Johnson, you available? All right, we need you on the bench the next game. James Johnson, I don't even think he played. But whenever it's an altercation, this man on the court. I'm like, hold on, ain't that a foul? But anyway, you're not suspicious. But bro, you gotta get you an enforcer. That's exactly what Indiana Pacers did this season. Exactly what they did. So, and then I disagree with one thing that Monica McNutt said in the situation. She said these guys ain't willing to waste a game check. You know what I mean? Like with the NBA game check is a salary worth for the WNBA, which is true. But we are not saying get kicked out the game. Like get in their face, get a tech. We're not saying get fined. Just get a tech or like you know sometimes you go and you just push off. Like watch out. You know what I mean? You don't gotta retaliate, but do something.
Jaylen Brown does it often. Jaylen Brown does it all the Jaylen Brown for the Celtics. He does
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He does it often. So just do that. He don't
And then
get
he'll flop. He'll push you. You push him back, he'll flop. He did
Yeah.
that. He did that against the Pacers.
Exactly.
Once again, he had it again. So, but yeah, man, like don't win and waste a game check. I don't think it had nothing to do with the game check. It had everything to do with this is not who we are. Like we not gonna. I ain't. You see, Indiana's a small team, by the way, too. Aaliyah Boston's not the tallest girl in the world. When they play against New York Liberty, I'm like, dang, this team is small. So, but I agree they should have done something. But if that's not who they are, go get you an enforcer.
I agree with y'all that the fact that your teammates are supposed to be your family, especially coming into the season. I mean, y'all seen the media day, y'all had her wearing the change, y'all had her playing the boss man low. So y'all was like, we gonna be one big family because you know what this, y'all already know what this is. This is a trailblazing season. And speaking of trailblazing season, I think that's also why the GM didn't go get an enforcer just yet. Technically, the season isn't over. So if you see the route that it's going, then you need to go find that enforcer. But because of the WNBA, they probably like, well, we don't know who that enforcer is as a free agent that we can go get, because clearly they got them all in Chicago right now. I mean, we got Chicago, Connecticut, and Vegas. Like that's where it's going down. New York Liberty, they fight back a little bit, but I'm just saying, as far as like when you know it's going to be a tough, hard-nosed game, those are the teams you think of, and that's just what it is. So look, Caitlin, I think our teammates do got her back to the point where they like, look, you got to learn. You got to learn. Maybe Caitlin came to him and said, hey, don't do nothing. You seen the press conference where she was like, she kind of took that high road and she was like, yeah, I mean, I played with my brothers. I knew it was going to get physical. I just got to get more muscle and go back out there. That's the right thing to say in that moment. But I know in the back of her head, she was like, boy, if I get another chance, y'all don't say nothing, then I'm going to do something. I'm going to turn into Denzel from Training Day out here. So if none of y'all want to do so you got to play again, and I'm gonna see her again. And when I see her, I'm gonna put 40 on her head top. That's probably how Caitlin's treating it. More of instead of it being like, when I see you, I'm gonna dunk on you. I'm gonna just put 40 on you. So you and Angel Reese, be prepared. Sorry, Camilla, but that's your homeboy. Y'all rep the same smart tech, so you got to see me too. So, hey, teammates, I agree with y'all. One more thing I agree with too is, hey, get in her face or do the sneaky play. There's a lot of sneaky plays in sports that you can get away with. Look, I was playing another personal story. I was playing flag football, and my little cousin got into it with somebody. So somebody tried to do a slant route. I pulled a Ray Lewis. I just stood right there. He ran right into me. It is what it is. You just got to do certain things to let your teammates know that, hey, bro, I got your back. And if it escalates further, then make sure you got my game check, because I'm doing this for you. Malice in the palace. So,
by the way, J-Mo, it's an adjustment for all rookies, right? That's true. And y'all know what's funny? Kennedy Clark averaged 16 points a game, right? In her rookie season. Kennedy averaged 17. So, hey, she ain't nobody. So for those who's watching, she ain't like this role player that's out here like a Draymond Green, right? It's just, I ain't trying to take a shot at Draymond Green. But you know what I'm saying? She's a bucket. Matter of fact, before she bowled her, she got a bucket. She got a straight. She got a mid range. She was like, huh, in and out, huh, mid range, and then she bumped her. So she's a bucket. She's a baller for real. So, but yeah, man.
I mean, well, just roll by.
And my bad, I don't think she never hit her on her hip. She hit her on her leg, bro, and then she just flopped down.
It's buckets getting bows. That's all. Buckets giving bows. That's all it is.
Throw them bows. Cadillac grills. Cadillac feels. Check out the jealousy that Caitlin feels. So do y'all feel like the WNBA?
Bars.
I got froze for a minute, so I had time to reset.
Just like real rap raw. So now go ahead.
DeMarco.
Hey, man, I was about to say, my stuff is real. My stuff is raw. It's all in it.
Hell, bro. I tell you.
And you can't eat cookies.
No one want to hear about your cookies, bro.
I say, and you can't eat cookies without. All right. Is there more jealousy towards Caitlin in the NBA? I mean, in the WNBA. This is how you know that the NBA is a little bit soft, because I keep saying the NBA. But do you feel like there's more jealousy towards her being the number one pick and coming into the league with all of this? She bringing all of this media attention to the league. When you have ladies that's been in the league for decades and they've been trying to make their name now, and now they're getting they're reaping the benefits of this young rookie coming in.
I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm gonna say yes first because of what the media is doing to Caitlin Clark. Even today, when I posted something in the WNBA chat, they said that the Indiana Fever are about to, that Caitlin Clark is about to break a record that the Indiana Fever has, and it's about the attendance. I'm like, dog, isn't that a team record as well? That's not just her record. That's also goes towards the team. I get it because she's the star player, but and then you got to look at some of the stuff that's been said as well. Think about what Charles Barkley said about her being able to get them on flights and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Yes, that's going to create jealousy because there's unwarranted attention on her. It's stuff that I'm pretty sure she's not coming into the league thinking, oh yeah, this is because of me. She don't seem like that kind of player. I don't think she's even said that in any of her stuff. It don't seem like that's who she is. And even today, you in the media, Angel Reese had replied to something that was about that. She was like, "Well, it's not just Caitlin Clark, it's me too. You know, it's you got Cameron Brink. There are other young ladies as to why the WNBA is getting to where it is. Yes, Caitlin Clark highlights that because she's the number 1 overall pick. We know what she did in college. She was a star. We understand that, but there are other stars within the WNBA that also are helping this league. So there is some jealousy and there's some frustration because it's like, why is it just now? Why is this just now happening now? Because Tomo, you had made this comment about Asia Wilson finally now getting a signature shoe. Why didn't she get that before Caitlin Clark got into the league? She's been with Nike for a while. So why all of a sudden now she's getting a signature shoe because Caitlin Clark has a signature shoe? So I think that is there. But also, I don't think any of this happening is because they're jealous of her. It's the WNBA. Everyone's going to be physical. I think that's what we've all been saying. Everyone's going to be physical. And Kennedy, this is just who she is. It's just who she is. I don't think she has any serious like hate towards Caitlin Clark because she, like you said, Joe, she felt like that about Sabrina when Sabrina got drafted over her. She felt the same way then. This is just how some players are. Can someone name me another situation where it seemed like that Caitlin Clark was being unfairly treated in the game? You really can't. It's the same way. If you look at everyone else is getting hard fouled. Everyone is getting checked. She's getting picked up 94 feet. Yes, but that's because she's a threat offensively. Now, this one thing I gotta disagree with Kennedy. She said all she does, she's just a 3-point threat. Come on now. She's not just a 3-point threat. She's a playmaking threat as well. I get it. She's a high turnover player right now. She's a rookie, so it's not going to be easy for her to be a playmaker her first time in the league. The game is a lot faster. It's a lot more physical. It's not going to be exactly the same as it was in college. And this is exactly what Diana Taurasi was alluding to when she said that after UConn lost to Iowa. She said that this game is going to be a lot more physical. It's going to look good when you balling against 17, 18, 19-year-olds, but it's going to be a different league. It's going to be different when you get to WNBA, and it's different now. So it's not – she is a 3-point beast. Don't get me wrong. But are we forgetting the kind of passes she was given in college and the kind of passes she's been doing in the WNBA? She's a playmaker as well. She's not just a 3-point shooter. This is almost exactly what they said about Steph. They said Steph was just a 3-point shooter, and that was not the case. Steph can shoot, he can drive, he can pass. That's not all she can do. Let's be honest. Let's be honest about the players you're going up against. Just be honest about that. She's not just a 3-point shooter. So yes, there is some jealousy, but no, there's not. It's not jealousy all around the league. There's going to be some people that are jealous, of course. Mm-hmm. Look at what happened to, like Joe said, look at what happened to LeBron when he first got into the league. His whole team was jealous of him. His whole team was going on him. They said that he should be along for the ride. No, y'all along for the ride with him. He's clearly the best player on the floor.
Y'all first overall for a reason.
Exactly. He need to. I think they said that he need to, ride out ship. What ship? Y'all weren't going anywhere. Y'all was sinking. So come on, man. You gotta relax, man.
Remember that.
It's,
That was a bar, Dave. That was a bar.
I'm just saying. It's just you gotta be honest about who you're going up against. That's one thing I don't like about certain players in sports. Period. You're not honest about who you're going against. You're doing it because you just don't like them. Be honest about what it is. If you don't like it because of certain attention, just say that. Just say that. So for me, like I said, it's yes and no. I'm more so going along lines of no, because I don't think it's league wide where it's jealous of her. But there are some that are jealous, of course. And I believe whether some people believe in that, some deserve to be because of the attention she's getting. And some should have gotten that attention before. But I mean, you can't blame her. She's a baller. She and you look at if you look at the NBA, it's a 3-point shooting league. If you look at what Caitlin Clark is doing, she's doing something that's not what the WNBA is about. It's not a 3-point shooting league. And she's coming and firing from half court. So she's kind of sort of changing the game like Steph Curry did. So you got to understand that.
Which makes me think, why Under Armour ain't give her a phone call? But look, that's another story for another day. I agree with what you're saying, and we're agreeing a lot on this topic because, again, we were the first one. I'm going to say we were the first ones on YouTube to actually start doing. There may be somebody else with a YouTube page who was dedicated to the WNBA, but they don't got a network. So, look, I'm going to address one more thing. Hey, Tay, side note, the Mystics not giving it to Aaliyah Edwards. They're trying to give the franchise to Shakira Austin, and that's probably why they didn't draft Angel Reese, but we'll talk about that in the WNBA chat. Yes, there's jealousy for some players, but when you think of the WNBA, my question is more so, before Caitlin got here, who would you say was the face of the WNBA? I'm asking y'all.
The Las Vegas whole team. It's like,
Yep.
nah, it wasn't really. Listen, I'm not a huge fan, but in my knowledge, there's not one person as a face.
Okay.
To my knowledge.
The only person I could possibly think of is Asia Wilson, and that's because of her personality, more so, and because she's winning, and they won back-to-back championships. But before that, you can't really say that there was one. You had players that were in there like Skylar Diggins-Smith. You had Maya Moore. You had Candace Parker, but there was really no face of the league. You just had star players.
I knew Tay was gonna say that, but no, I agree with y'all. I would say some people would say that Asia Wilson was starting to become more of the face because when the Aces were winning and at the rate that she was turning up when they was winning, a lot of people were starting to gain appeal towards that team. And then Candace Parker goes down there, and y'all all know what Candace Parker does with the inside the NBA and just how her media presence is. So now Caitlin shows up. To me, I'm thinking, well, if Asia's not saying anything about it, then why is everybody else upset? Because again, I'm the rising star in this moment. That's kind of like if I'm Jason Tatum, and now I'm Jason Tatum. I'm supposed to be the face of the league. Now everybody talking about Aunt Edwards out of nowhere. Like, hey, I've been to the finals. Like, I'm battle tested. Y'all talking about this guy who can't even really get out the playoffs. Like, he just got here. Or John Morant showing up. Like, he can't even stay in the league. Like, I should be upset. But y'all don't see nobody in the NBA doing that. They all like, look, we're going to get out there and we're going to ball for it. If I'm Joker, you think I'm upset that everybody want to say all of a sudden say Luke is the best player in the world if he win the finals? I mean, back to back. Like, come on now. Y'all really just gonna say he the best player in the world now because he about to win one ring? All right, cool. Y'all got it. But again, there's gonna be a little bit of jealousy because again, it's competition and everybody wants to be the best at it. Now, one person I ain't gonna say is jealous, but one person that I do see being compared a lot, and technically the WNBA should do more about this, is normally when people get drafted, it's always the 1 and 2 that's compared. I've never seen it where it's like the 1 and the 7 or the 1 and the 5. And when it comes to like Angel Reese, she's fighting for that spot because she like, I should have been the second pick in the draft, but based upon like how y'all treating this media run, because it's really the media that's stirring this whole thing up. That's like making people want to seem like they jealous. The interview with Diana Taurasi coming out saying, yeah, it's going to be more physical. And then they wait 2-3 months later and come back and say, did you mean what you said? She's like, yeah, I'm doubling down on it. Again, that's the media bringing it back. They trying to drive this narrative of like people don't like this girl. When technically they like, nah, this is just what our league is. Y'all just got here. So half the stuff that everybody's flipping out about, they like, come on, bro. This is new to y'all, but this is life for us. So get over it. She be all right next year when she out here dropping 40, and then y'all gonna be right back over here on some. Oh, remember her rookie season? Nobody even gonna talk about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to J-Mo for using this reference before. But in the words of Craig from Friday, yes, I think there is some jealousy. Obviously, not everybody jealous, but there is some jealousy. I mean, she's a new kid on the block. Y'all ever been to school and a new kid coming? We were boys one day. You got a new kid. I was a new kid a lot. Like I transferred a whole bunch when I was a kid. Y'all saw my story. You know, all the schools I went to. But y'all been a new. You've been a new kid show up, or it's a new boy that show up, and all the girls with him all of a sudden. You're like, bruh, what's going on to do this guy here? You not even know that. That man ain't even know that. What? I'm telling you, that's what's going on right now. She's a new kid on the block. And then one thing about it will be the worst. This dude show up. He not even he humble as a mom. He don't talk trash. He don't say I'm this and that. He just chilling. All the girls just like him, and you don't like this dude because it's just the girls like him. And that's what's going on. Caitlin Clark is so humble. She not even tripping off. She ain't saying nothing about her being a phase and none of that stuff. She just out there playing, trying to win, trying to learn it in WNBA. But obviously the media got to find a face, a league, and they got, which she kind of is. Like, she's the reason why more eyes are watching. Let me say that. More eyes. I don't know about most, but more eyes, right? Because there were already eyes watching. But I did have a problem with Angel Reese's comment, Dave. I know you mentioned it. I have a problem with it. Why do you have to mention that? Like, why do you have to say that you are part of the wave? But once again, Caitlin Clark haven't mentioned it at one time that she's part of this whole reason why everybody's saying it for her. But what you heard to say? AJ ain't say nothing. AJ ain't taking no credit for all the views. AJ is trying to win. She just trying to win her another ring. And that's why Angel Reese interview. I'm like, dang, Angel, like, do you really worry about this stuff? That was my first thought. It was like, yo, do you really care about what like who gets the credit? Like, do you really care about that? Just go focus on winning, and you will get the credit. But like Dame Lillard, when he came into the drive, nobody thinks he's gonna be rookie of the year. He balled out, became rookie of the year. Now Dame Lillard, one of the most famous NBA players in the league. He made top 25 only because of his reputation, in my opinion. He's a great player, but I don't think about that. But you know what I'm saying? So you can play your way into those conversations. You don't have to force yourself in the conversation in yourself. So I didn't really like that comment. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. All right. And then frustration. Frustration? What did they use on first date? Frustration, jealousy, and it was something else. Now,
I can't remember.
The frustration can also be jealousy. All right. Now, it's not like I don't like this person, but you're kind of jealous of what's going on because of this person. Like that's what frustration is. Like, if I'm in a situation and I've been getting paid this much, and this new girl comes in, she getting all the attention, and she getting paid more than me, I'm gonna be frustrated because all the work I put in. But why am I frustrated? Because somebody else is getting paid. Now, there's a reason why she's getting paid more though. We can't get mad at her. You can't I get it. I'm not in that situation. All right. So let me just say that. But the fact that the reason why the WNBA didn't get the eyes and looks is because people didn't think it was that entertaining compared to NBA and stuff like that. The type of way that Caitlin Clark plays, obviously there are other women in WNBA that does it, but obviously the game in the NBA is so much different than the game in WNBA because guys are more skilled, more athletic, all that stuff. What Caitlin Clark did in college in this new media era, more people got YouTube TV, more people got iPhones, there's more access to watch games. The performances she put on against these elite teams with our team that's not even to that elite category, kind of like what Larry Bird was when he was in college in Indiana, she put the league on, she put the old college on notice. So all I did was transition to the WNBA. And to be honest with you, if you are humble in this situation, you will be grateful and be like, okay, I need to cherish this moment and ride the momentum and not be frustrated. Why am I frustrated? We finally, like, look, when I was doing the thumbnail for the show, right, and I put Caitlin Clark and Kennedy on the cover, right? Kennedy might look at this joint like, oh, now they want to talk about me, but we're talking about you. Like my whole thing is like, we're actually talking about you. I get where you're coming from, where it's like, oh, now y'all want to talk. Okay, then if you don't want me to talk, I just want to talk, period. But the fact that we are talking, it's about, all right, cool, let me take advantage of this moment because I do want to get paid more and this is the opportunity for you to get paid more. So I feel like people could be frustrated, but to carry on the frustration, I don't think it's humble. I don't think that's a humble move.
I agree with that sentiment. I think the only thing that I may disagree with is them. I'm trying to remember what you said. It's crazy.
Why you? I think I can probably help you out. The difference between Angel Reese and the Dame situation is the fact that the college hype of the player that he got drafted with didn't come over into the league with him.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? It's kind of like Larry Bird and Magic. If you ever watched the Lakers Showtime on HBO, it was always a little personal thing between them two, and it was more so Larry because Magic got the best of him in that college game. So it's always going to be like that based upon how we came into the league. Andrew Reese feels like a little bit of what Caitlin Clark, the shine that she got, is because of me too. Like it's a little bit of me being there. Like without that LSU run and that whole media hype of me putting the ring up, a lot of people know about your threes, but I got the spotlight put on us because I did this. You know what I'm saying? Like that added our rivalry added to what the WNBA is right now. That rivalry is why they got the marketability, why they went out and did everything that they're doing right now because of our rivalry. If she would have went number 2, Angel, I think you wouldn't have to talk too much about it because you would have went number 2. But the fact that you fail in the draft hurts a little bit. It dimmers your light just a little because you fail. But again, I know where she's coming from because she like, look, I need a little bit of shine too because I was balling as well, and not just me. My teammate just won in South Carolina. Now, when Camilla get back out on the court and start balling too, it's gonna be a lot. So I think she more so talking for herself, 90% for herself, but 10% for her teammates as well. It's like, look, we all had to experience the cloud that is Caitlin Clark. We all are part of a historic WNBA draft. Yes, she's good, but y'all need to talk about us too.
Yeah, I think that's kind of sort of where I was going to go with that. Thank you, Tomo. You definitely helped refresh my what I was about to say. But it's not. Yes, I agree with you, Joe, that maybe she should not have said that. I do agree that maybe she shouldn't have said that. But I understand why she said it. I said it in the last 2 questions. Caitlin Clark is not the only rookie that needs to be talked about. Angel Reese had a historic month. No one in WNBA history had the numbers that she had. Cameron Brink also had a historic month, and she could possibly be the defensive player of the year as a rookie. She's averaging like 2 or 3 blocks a game right now. So there are other women, other young ladies that are doing what they need to do in the WNBA. And it's also something to be said because of the excitement of the game. That's another reason why some may be frustrated because they feel like the game was already exciting. But I agree with you, Joe, that Caitlin Clark brings more excitement because I mentioned it about the Steph Curry thing. She's pretty much the Steph Curry of the NBA because the way she plays is going to change the way that the other women that start to grow up, because we seen it with Steph. We called it with Steph. We said, look, it's going to change. It's going to be more people shooting more threes. And what happened? Teams are averaging 20 to 25 threes a game. Just about.
Celtics attempt 50. They're like, we gonna shoot 50 a game.
It's happening, and that's going to happen in WNBA as well. So I kind of disagree, but I agree in the fact that it's because it take advantage of the moment. Take advantage of the moment. But I think these ladies are feeling like this moment should have been here. I think that's why they're frustrated. They just feel like the moment should have been here, and they don't like the fact that that the media is more so automatically saying it's simply because of Caitlin Clark. Now, Caitlin Clark has been the reason why Indiana Fever are getting watched a lot more. The team was terrible last year, which is why they were in position to be the number 1 overall pick. And they're only 2-9, but 3 or 4 of their games have averaged about 1.5 million views. So they're getting watched a lot, and the team is not that good, and it's simply because of her. So I like I said, I agree, but I also disagree because it's other it's other things, other women that want to be seen in the light and wanted to be talked about as well before Caitlin Clark got there. So I understand their frustration.
But why get mad at me for not watching you? Think about that. You mad at me because I ain't watching. Something I chose to do. I chose. I'm not talking about me personally.
Hey,
Talking
Joe.
about people that weren't watching. Period.
Joe.
You mad at me because you're playing a sport and I wasn't watching because I wasn't interested in watching,
Joe.
and you're getting mad at me for that. And
Joe.
because someone that I was interested in college went to your league, now I'm like, oh, because I like this player, I'm going to follow her into this league. And now everybody's not only watching this player, we also watching you now, and you and you and you, and you get mad. It's like, yo, I get it, but at the end of the day, is everybody right if they're gonna watch a game or not? That's how it is. It's like people getting mad at Matt. All right, look, this is not the same example. It's not the because they didn't battle in a tournament like LSU and Iowa did. De'Aaron Fox and Lonzo Ball, right? Lonzo Ball was the 2nd overall pick. De'Aaron Fox was the 5th overall pick. De'Aaron Fox and Lonzo Ball played twice. Twice they played. Lonzo Ball was getting all this hype. Fox destroyed them twice. Did anybody talk about Fox in the NBA? No. Lonzo Ball got all the talk. But did Fox come out and say, "Yeah, I mean, look at me. Me too." Fox ain't do none of that because your game will show itself eventually. You don't have to bring the media to you. That's how I'm looking at it. Because if I decide I don't want to watch De'Aaron Fox, because I heard about Lonzo Ball through the internet, I'm gonna go watch Lonzo Ball. Now De'Aaron Fox is playing Lonzo Ball, and he cooked. I'm like, oh snap, Fox is cooked. Fox is good. Oh, I might start watching Fox more now. That's why I'm like, take advantage. If you play her, ball out, cook. Because not only they watching Caitlin, they watching you. And guess what? You're good. They're gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna start watching her too. Oh, I'm gonna start watching her too. So that's where I'm coming from. Why get frustrated? It's kind of like you're having a pity party. All right, I get it. In the moment, you're frustrated, but you carry on to that frustration. I disagree with that 100%. And my last example: if I'm working at a job, right? I'm working at a job, and our job is entertainment. Let's say we R2L. We doing R2L. We've been doing R2L for 2.5 years. Work hard. A lot of editing. A lot of the shows we got prep for. All that stuff, right? And then out of nowhere, we get a big YouTube star come on our show, and all of our ratings go up, and they're like, man, this person brought all the ratings. I'm not going to go in there and be like, don't forget about, hey, I've been doing it for 2.5 years. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cherish the moment. I'm like, I'm glad this dude on. He can get all the shine he want. Give me the money.
No, now, Joe. I'm what's the name? We're going to peel back a little bit of the layer. He come on here and bring them ratings. I'm with the money, but they don't come on here and start talking like you made the show though.
But is Caitlin doing that though?
That's when it get different.
Is Caitlin doing that though?
Caitlin's not doing that.
Caitlin is not doing that. That's everybody else saying that. Now people in the R2L chat is saying like, oh, this person.
So
I'm like,
I get what you're saying, but in Caitlin's situation, she's not saying it. But everybody, you gotta think these people, they people too. So the media is doing it. Then that means their family section will be like, man, since that girl got in the league, and now
is that not true? All right, if Caitlin Clark was not in this league, would they be on charter flights right now?
It's true, but at the end of the day, you gotta think you've been doing this for your whole life, and now somebody just show up, and now your whole family's just like, hey, bro, like since they showed up.
The charter flights deal has been in there for about 5 years now.
Yeah, I heard Monica must say that, but soon, but
it's not something that she just brought up. It's not something that happened just because she got here. It got sped up because
tremendously too.
It's not all because of her. That's
I never said all, but Caitlin, if she was not in the league right now, they wouldn't be on. They most likely would be on charter flights right now. That's all I'm saying. Like the viewership wouldn't be high. So all I'm saying is, like, I get it. You get frustrated for a moment, but you carry on to the frustration. Hey, look, I gotta read this comment, bro, because hey, Tomo, you don't know my pain, bro.
He probably still typing. Don't worry about me. Like this.
Hey, look, I stumbled.
Imagine the confusion I'm getting.
That's what I'm saying. I stumbled in. First thing I noticed, the Kings of Command background with a gluten for the bro.
What a glut of a bunch.
I said gluten, bro. I haven't witnessed. I'm in Boston right now. They talking about we're gonna win the championship parade. I've never seen a parade in my life. That's another topic, man.
Wow.
But My whole you too, Tomo. But my whole thing.
You see me, J-Mo? Yeah.
You need to call that dog logo too. Talking about you need
I
to do
told you,
this.
man. Yeah.
The Miss is the worst team in the league right now too.
You
Like the
see me,
Wizards.
bro? Yeah, that's we just gonna do the show like this.
But like all I'm saying is, if a guy come on here, a big YouTuber, and he gets all the credit, bruh, if you watch the show long enough, you will know my talents. I don't have to let you know how good I am. Just watch the show. And guess what? You're gonna be like, you know what? This dude Joe good. And you're gonna start watching all the old clips. Oh, this dude, I thought he was actually good. But hey, bro, you want to join the YouTube channel? Let me know. Because we trying to get them ratings up. You know. But anyway, go ahead, y'all.
We agree with you, Joe. We just saying like these players who've been working at this all their life have been waiting for this moment, and it's like, all right, the only thing y'all gonna talk about is this one player. Like, even in that game, if Angel Reese or any other, let's say any other player go for 40, they're not gonna talk about her dropping 40. They're gonna talk about the foul.
But Tomo, the people who already cover the WNBA, the people who already watch R2L, we'll talk about Joe, Dave, and Tomo. But the people who are watching R2L because it's new YouTube guy, they're going to talk about the new YouTube guy. Just like the people who are watching the WNBA for Caitlin Clark, they're going to talk about Caitlin Clark. But make sure y'all watch us too while you're watching Caitlin Clark. You're going to watch us. You will see how good we are once you watch this Caitlin Clark girl. That's why I'm not tripping. It's like new guys that's talking about Caitlin Clark, not the old guys. Now you told me the old WNBA shows only talking about Caitlin Clark. You got a point. Because y'all know our worth. Y'all been watching us. These people, Steve, shout out to Monica McNutt. You want me talking about this 3 years ago.
And
Shout out to
that was
Monica McNutt for saying that.
That was big facts.
I think that's why they deleted that segment off of their page.
Hey,
You know the segment not on the page. I think that's why they deleted it.
hey, so that's what I'm saying. Tomo Dave is like, yo, the people who are really talking about her are the new guys on the block who don't know nothing about WNBA. Because like we just said, if they knew who Kennedy Carter was, they want to make a big deal out of what she did to Caitlin Clark. So clearly they only watching because of Caitlin Clark.
But it's not. So I guess where we differ is because it's not new people. These are people that played in the sport or have already had the platform. That's the issue. First Take is the platform.
First Take don't watch the WNBA. We know that for a fact.
Well, that's what we're saying.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Joe.
Yeah, they don't watch it. We can't get it.
We're not even just gonna say but we're not even just going. First Take is one, but what is her name?
Shinya Ogumike.
There we go.
Ogumike.
She plays in the WNBA.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen too many WNBA segments on NBA Live, that ESPN show, since it started. And she plays in the NBA. They now have segments. So that's a moment right there where it's like one of our own players who's on the platform who could bring up topics. Not saying she has the hierarchy to be like, all right, let's talk about this segment. But now that it's the hot thing, they gave them a whole segment now. And shout out to the doghouse for putting them ladies in the dog yard too. Shout out to you, Dave.
But Tomo, she can't pick the segments. Like the segments are on there because of the ratings of the WNBA now. The topic is so hot, so they throw it on there. And y'all notice these WNBA girls that's doing stuff. They take that Monica McNutt. What's the first thing she said? They said, yo, it got put up to a flagrant one. What's going on? She said, forget all that. Blah, blah, blah. But I just want everybody to know that this ain't how the whole WNBA is. All they do is to protect the WNBA. When they talk about WNBA about any topic, they always say, make sure you watch the whole thing. When they were doing the draft, they kept saying, yeah, Caitlin Clark is this and that. But what's that girl named, Dave, that responded to your story? What's her name? That replied to your story.
Andrea Carter.
Yo, if they would have brought on the segment, she would have been like, yeah, it should have been a flagrant one, but you gotta watch these other girls. And she started naming other girls. They always use those little moments that ESPN now want to talk about WNBA to shine light on the whole league. They always do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like they're not mad at
it before.
Huh?
They could have been doing that before.
But it's not them. Yeah, ESPN could have been doing it before, but it wasn't a popular sport. It's a popular sport because of Caitlin Clark. But we're gonna use Caitlin Clark to shine a light on everybody else. So y'all want to keep talking about Caitlin Clark? That's fine. But while we talking about Caitlin Clark, we're gonna also, our WNBA girls gonna do this. We're gonna also talk about this person, that person, that person. That's all I'm saying. Like, Use the opportunity. You got the spotlight on you now. If it's because of Kayla Clark, so what? Take advantage of the spotlight. That's all I'm saying.
They not like us.
All right, man. Woo! That was a good one, man. Let's roll through these, y'all, like the road runner. I'm gonna hit the bus around on
We've been talking about this for an hour.
longer than first day. You gonna think I'm busting rounds? Don't look at me now. Y'all ready? All right, let's get it, y'all.
Let's go.
Every time, whatever I gotta do it. All right, look. So look, man, Refuse to Lose Sports is not just a show, it's a network. We have a network of shows. All right. Shout out to Wifey, shout out to grocery store, so I got a little bit more time. BWT, Baseball with Teddy, it's a baseball only show. Make sure you go check them out. All the links to these shows are in the description section on YouTube. So make sure you click on the link for these shows. Check out their journey if you like what they talking about. Follow them, y'all. They're part of the network. They're part of the R2L family. So Baseball with Teddy, BWT, yo, the average baseball fan only talk about Ohtani, but we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. All right. BWT,
Tigers losing. Go ahead.
BWT, Baseball with Teddy. All your baseball content from Refuse to Lose goes through BWT. FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. This is a NFL only show. I know we're saying fantasy football, but he talk about NFL, period. He just had an episode that dropped over the weekend. Make sure y'all go check that out. We got CTC, Carl Talking College. All your college sports, college football, college basketball goes through CTC. Check them out. Kings Talk with Joe Jordan, y'all. We got to drop an episode. Mike Brown just got signed, y'all. We got to talk about it. If you're a Sacramento Kings fan, yeah, I know I've been dreading for a long time. I know I ain't win nothing. I know in the comments. It's okay. But if you're a Sacramento Kings fan, tune in. We got Dave's Doghouse. He just did an episode over the weekend also. Yeah, over the weekend also. All right. This is a show that... Huh?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. You and Tomo. Dang, double header. All right. So, Dave's Doghouse. Based on this episode, some people are going to be in the doghouse and some people are going to be a dog. All right. So, make sure y'all check it in. Check out if you are not doing your job in the sports world, it could be anybody. You put in the doghouse. If you do your job exceptional, you get put in the yard as a dog. And then we got RBO, Real Ballers Only with Vaughn. This is an NBA only show. While I'm here talking about Real Ballers Only, shout out to the real baller, Vaughn. Today is his birthday. Shout out to him, right? Yay! He turned 34, turned 33 today. We the same age for 2 weeks. Shout out to my man Vaughn. It's his birthday. My brother Vaughn, my brother, blood brother. And we got In the Red Corner with Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. This is a boxing only show. They just did an episode yesterday also, like they said. And make sure y'all go tune them out. Tune into them. Check them out.
I know
Check
one
them
of the
out.
fastest growing shows on the network, but shit, on the side.
He threw a shot. He threw a shot, Tomo.
Nah,
I'm
check them out. Talking too fast. All right. So check them out. All right. Tune in. All right. Tune in to In the Red Corner. It's a boxing only show. Like you said, the fastest growing show on the network. And Dave, let them know about these IG chats, man, because we can just continue this conversation. And they gotta join that WNBA chat, Dave. Tell them about that.
Yeah, you gotta join the WNBA chat. And one thing, Vaughn, you call me old and you older than me. What's up with that? You call me old man. You older than me. Yeah, we gotta have a conversation about that. But nah, these IG chats, man, it's an exuberating feeling to be able to be in these chats because you get to talk about any and everything, and you get to see what's going on in the sports world for all of these chats. Because something happened in F1 racing today that I probably wouldn't have known if I didn't have the sources. Something happened in the WNBA. Like I said, we have a WNBA topic to talk about because we have an IG, we have a chat to where we talk about this stuff. The NBA finals, we're about to talk about that. We talk about that in these chats. Not only do we talk about in these chats, we post all the latest news. So whether something's going on, it gets posted. It's more times than not is me, but I also get help from Tomo and Joe and Teddy. Teddy takes care of baseball, so most of the time I don't have to worry about baseball at all, unless Teddy's getting suspended while he's at home.
Teddy really be spreading the news, huh?
Facts. So other than that, we talk about everything. Topics come from these shows, and these shows Some of these shows are free. Most of these shows are free until R2L Day, which is June 15th. June 15th is around the corner. So we have until then. You have until June 15th to get into these chats for free. So Kevin, the guy that said that you're a new WNBA fan, you have a chance today to get into the WNBA chat. What's the other guy? I was going to know. Is it DRL Bell? If you want to get into one of these chats, you have the option today. All you need to do is comment member in the comment section. You comment member in the comment section, we will hit you up. You got to let us know what your IG name is. We will follow you, and we will see what chat you want to join. These are the IG chats that are free. It's baseball, college football, college basketball, men and women, boxing, WNBA, UFC, F1 racing, hockey, and soccer, or as I like to say, football. The ones that are not free, where you have to at least be a pro member, an all-star member, or a superstar member, are the NBA chat, of course, because it's the NBA. Everyone wants to talk about basketball. And then the NFL. Those are the two leading sports, period. The other ones are the parlay chat, which is ran by RBO Vaughn. You have to be a superstar member to be in there. And the VIP refuse to lose chat. You have to be a superstar member to be in there. But the other two, you have to at least be a pro member or all-star member to be in both. If you want to know what the memberships are, Tomo.
Take it away from here. All right. If you want to click the link in the description below, that's how you become a member. Dave just told you all the chats that we have for free up until the 15th. Normally, people do it at the first of the month. We giving y'all to the 15th. I know it's the first and the 15th, if you know what I'm talking about. But look, after the 15th, you're going to have to click that link, become a member, because we appreciate all our members and we appreciate all of our donations, gifts, more gifts. But we got the pro level, all-star level, and superstar level. For $2.99, you get the pro level, you get loyalty badges next to your name in the live comments and priority comments. And we see today is the perfect episode to let you all know about priority comments, because if you are a loyalty member, your comments jump straight to the front, and you get to join one sports chat. For the all-star member, you can bump it up. You get the same perk from the pro level, but you also get member-only videos. That's where we do a lot of our exclusive content, and you get to join multiple chats. So you're not just limited to one. You get to join multiple chats, and you get to request a topic or segment for any of the shows on the network, the entire network. Segments on R2L, you get a snippet of Dave's Doghouse, because of course he drops a full episode, so he's just going to give you a slight little sample, and then you get Not So Average Top 5. Joe doing something special with the Not So Average Top 5. You're doing the Not So Top 20, but you got to wait till after the NBA. Oh, no, you get a little sprinkle before the NBA Finals, and then you got Your Done Son. I think I know a clip that's going to be on Your Done Son. I'm going to work on that in the background. But then also you jump it up to the superstar level. You get the same perks from the all-star and the pro level. You get to join the R2L chat and the parlay chat. So again, if you want to be a superstar and you join a parlay chat, you cook up a ticket. You can do the year subscription if you want to do it that way. I ain't stopping you, but you get your money back with the parlay chat. We're not guaranteeing that you're going to win, but this is going to say you in good hands. The R2L chat also is on X. So that right there lets you know when you're a superstar member. You get Instagram and X. You get to be a guest on the show. That's any of the shows on the network. So any of the shows that you feel like you ready to jump up on and talk sports with us, make it happen. Superstars. And you get awards and plaques to the top performers. The awards will be announced and awards will be given out. We don't give away certificates. We give away actual awards. Make sure you check out that episode on the network, on the YouTube channel, to see that we actually give out awards. And you can go to the YouTube page to see pictures, because we take pictures with the actual awards as well. And shout out to all of our members, but special shout out to these superstar members: Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach, Vaughn, Lamar, Giovanni, Greg. I'm just throwing names out there. But if your name Greg, click the button. And also a special note. Hey, fellas, the new people who was just commenting on it, if you know some ladies, tell them they can join the network too. It's not just guys only. You need some more women up in these chats, man.
We only have one right now. We need more. Please. We know, lady, we know you got some sports knowledge. Join these chats.
especially from a woman's perspective of the WNBA.
Yes,
That would've been
we
great.
need it.
And now we getting right back to it. We're gonna do.
Let's get
we
it.
gonna-
Last words. This is last words. All right, y'all. My last words is this, man. Shout out to the whole network. Shout out to the whole R2L family. Shout out to this episode. I feel like it was a great episode. All right. And shout out to Tay. And that WNBA award is mine. Oh, and that WNBA award, man. I thought he said that's mine. Like he gonna take it.
I mean,
Well,
You're
I mean,
holding it down.
you haven't even been on the show to talk about the WNBA. So do you?
We had
really
a guest for WNBA topic, so no
exactly.
worries.
So
Oh yeah.
I think the award goes to us three because we the only ones that helped.
I'm with
So June 15th will be R2R day. We are narrowing down to a location. I think we kind of decide, right? We gonna wait till tomorrow. Wait,
Let's do it tomorrow. Yeah.
tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
off
we
tomorrow, so we could talk.
Yeah, we kind of got a decision, but we're gonna make sure it's confirmed, and we'll give y'all the location tomorrow, and we'll have a flyer ready for y'all tomorrow, so we can throw it on the show. All right, and we're gonna put it on social media platforms like that. But shout out to everybody. Like Tomo said, I'm doing the top 20 QB. Now I thought about Tomo. I'm just wait till afterwards, man. Just wait till afterwards. Why would I talk about the 20th guy before the NBA Finals? Who cares about the 20th guy? I mean, who cares about some of these favorite quarterbacks in the chat? But
As long
we
as
gonna
it ain't
wait.
Black, I'm cool.
Hey, you never know.
Hey, CJ Stroud told you his top 5.
You never know.
I'm
Yeah,
going
so
with
yeah, Josh Allen. No, he took Dak out.
No,
He took Hurts out. Oh, snap.
Yeah. He swapped 4 and 5, but he good with me.
He said, "Listen, long Hurts, so I'm good." Josh Allen, you can have it
As long as
today.
Dak in the top 5, I'm cool.
No, boy.
Mm.
If we're gonna do that, man,
He
I
said
can't
based
wait
on
to do
last
that.
year, so I guess he's talking about stats.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly.
he is better last year.
Yeah, going
last
into the
year.
season, kind of like with Joe. He heard Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna make the chats even more fun too. And yeah, that's all I got, man. Shout out to y'all too. Let's get it.
Okay.
Last words from me, Kevin, and what's the other guy? DRL Bell.
This one, K Black.
You say you know Joe, so I think you should hit up Joe so you can join one of the chats.
Who know me?
DR Bell.
Bell.
He said that he whoever that is said that they met you. I'm saying he, but it could be she. I'm not sure, but they said that they met you. That's why. They
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
And Kevin, you're a new fan. Welcome to the show. We love seeing new people come and comment. Join the chat. Put member in the comment section. Both of you put member in the comment section and let us know what chat you want to join. If it's the NBA, NFL, you're gonna have to pay the $2.99 at least. But all the other ones, let us know.
My last words is I'm gonna comment on CJ Stroud's top 5. So of course, as a player, you want to put yourself there, but I don't play in the NFL. So if we talking top 5 quarterbacks going into next season, and I'm gonna shake this up real quick. Of course, it's Pat Lamar. He did make the Super Bowl, so I gotta say Purdy, then Dak, and then Jared Goff. Jordan Love is 6, so y'all do what y'all want to that.
Where Hurts at?
He had an off season. Ain't nobody doing that. Can't have no off. You didn't think you're gonna be in the. You're gonna jump back up in the top 5.
Jordan Love above Hurts. So
He
I
said-
wasn't crazy when I was making the case. So I wasn't crazy in the chat that day when they was mad that I was like, they was like ESPN had that convo about Hurts and
I said going into the season. No, you weren't crazy when they say going into the season. You right about that. I mean, when your quarterback come off throwing 15 interceptions in 12 games and you're a turnover machine, I got.
I'm like AJ here.
Dang.
I didn't say that Hurts was. I mean, I didn't say that Love was better.
For me, I'm just shocked that Purdy's top 5.
He made the Super Bowl.
He did, but
and it's going into the season. He was
He's
top 3 in the
MVP
MVP.
too.
Yeah, so you gotta.
He was. Look, you ain't got no argument for me. You ain't got no argument for me. I'm just shocked. That's all.
Should I do that? Should I do the top 20 from last year or the top 20 period? We'll talk about that there.
Yeah,
I think you should do both.
It's just they trying to put brother at work.
I do top 10 all time, top 20 going in there because you already did.
Do that separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can cut it in half if you do top 10 going into next year.
Yeah. No, if I'm going next year, top 20 is pretty
top 20,
easy.
Yeah, do top 20 and then
It's
top 10
easier to do
of
top
all
20 from
time.
last year. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
It's gonna be interesting. Oh yeah, Jalen Hurts number 16, something like that. I'm just playing, y'all. All right, y'all. That's all we got for y'all today. We'll see y'all next episode. Shout out to Sam Howell.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.